From the FBI investigating Nine Inch Nails to Ministry's backstage craziness, we'll have a look at wild stories, fun facts, and little-known secrets about your favorite industrial bands. In '92, Ministry's Psalm 69 came out. According to Jourgensen, the $750,000 Warner Brothers handed the band to record it mostly went up in smoke.
I may not quit the first time, but I learned something definitive each time that I quit that I don't go back to. And the whole problem is not just whether you're on drugs or not, the actual chemical and, importance of it. To me, is the least important of it. So what did you learn out of this time?
I was shooting up, smoking crack, and drinking Bushmills laced with acid, Jourgensen says, and it was a cycle that I'd repeat 10 times a day at least. Whew. The only thing he had to show for all that money was Jesus Built My Hot Rod, which featured Gibby Haynes of the Butthole Surfers. It took Jourgensen 2 weeks to piece together something usable from Haynes' drunken ramblings. But the result, Jesus Built My Hot Rod, became a huge hit. Warner Brothers, hoping to recoup their losses, put the song out, and when it gained traction, they doubled down and gave the band another $750,000 to finish the album. Something I strongly doubt would happen today. In '98, Mechanical Animals came out. The album made headlines for its shocking and provocative cover art, which featured Marilyn Manson as a naked, androgynous alien that he called Omega. The alien's body included features like 6 fingers and breasts, which many found provocative. This led major US retailers like Kmart, Walmart, and Target to refuse to sell the album, even before its release. After the Columbine High School tragedy in '99, the retailer went further and pulled all of Manson's album from their shelves.
I definitely can see why they would pick me, because I think it's easy to throw my face on a TV because I'm, in the end, sort of a poster boy for fear, because I represent what everyone's afraid of, because I do and say what I want.
But who still buys CDs today? Do you still buy CDs? A music video almost got Trent Reznor arrested. While filming the music video for their first single, Down in It, a camera tied to a helium balloon accidentally broke free while filming Trent Reznor lying down on the ground, covered in fake blood, pretending to be dead. The camera ended up 200 miles away, where a farmer found it and turned it over to the police. After watching the footage, the FBI launched a murder investigation, thinking it was a snuff movie made by the other band members, who were seen in the video walking away.
These 2 people standing over the body had a distinctive type of uniform on. As I recall, black pants, some type of leather jackets with a design on it, and one was wearing combat boots, and the other was wearing black, looked like patent leather shoes. Haircut real short. So if it was a homicide, I was thinking it was possibly a gang-type homicide.
Trent and his manager had to prove the authorities that he was still alive. The cover of The Land of Rape and Honey by Ministry almost didn't happen. The distorted image is actually from a Holocaust documentary showing Buchenwald concentration camp. When the heads at Sire Records, Seymour Stein and Howie Klein, found out, they instantly rejected it and asked for a new idea. Frontman Al Jourgensen wasn't having it. Instead, he drove from Austin to LA with a roadkill deer head and slammed it on their art department desk and said, "Here's your new cover." Needless to say, they quickly approved the original one. Back in 2014, it was revealed that the US military used Skinny Puppy's music as part of their torture techniques at Guantanamo Bay. The Canadian Industrial Act sent a bill for $666,000 to the US Department of Defense for what they saw as the unauthorized use of their music as a weapon. The band discovered this after a former Guantanamo Bay guard, who was also a fan of their music, informed them that their song has been used to torture prisoners. Kevin Key explained, "I am not only against the fact that they're using our music to inflict damage on somebody else, but they're doing it without anybody's permission." Skinny Puppy wasn't the only band that their music was used for torture. Artists like 9 Inch Nails, Metallica, Rage Against the Machine, and also Pearl Jam. However, I would consider Pearl Jam as torture. Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails called it profoundly insulting to find out that his music was used for such purposes. While the likelihood of Skinny Puppy's invoice being paid was slim, the band's main goal was to make a political statement. Back in '98, Rammstein took things to a wild new level during the Family Values tour. Their over-the-top, super provocative performance got frontman Till Lindemann and keyboardist Christian Lorenz arrested for lewd behavior. On stage, Lindemann used a fake pee and acted out a BDSM scene with Flake. The crowd loved it, but the authorities weren't amused. Though they were quickly released, Lindemann still gets questioned at the US Customs to this day. This unforgettable show made sure everyone knew Rammstein wasn't afraid to shock, and it sealed their reputation as one of the most controversial live acts. While recording a Queen cover for Pretty Hate Machine's B-side, Al Jourgensen from Ministry pulled a prank on Trent Reznor. The song was Get Down, Make Love. And Al had one rule in the studio: work through the night, and if you fall asleep, you get your head shaved. Fueled by all sorts of drugs, Al spiked Trent's drink with Rohypnol to ensure he'd pass out. And once Trent was out cold, Al shaved his head, one eyebrow, and almost managed to take out the other one before Trent woke up. Hollywood was released on November 11, 2000, through Trent Reznor's label, Nothing Records. Marilyn Manson described his vision for the album as his own White Album. Parts of the songwriting and recording took place in Manson's Hollywood Hill home, a location steeped in musical history. It was where the Rolling Stones wrote Let It Bleed and filmed Cocksucker Blues. This connection infused the album with the rebellious essence of the 60s counterculture. In an interview with High Times, Manson shared, "I think it was because of the Stones being blamed for Altamont, and the Manson murders were a lot like Columbine. There was the same media coverage. That's why I started getting into the Beatles' White Album more and more, because it was the first record that was blamed for some sort of crime or associated with it. I felt like this had to be our White Album." I hope you liked this video. I tried something new. Let me know if you liked it. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out my website and also my Patreon for tutorials, synth presets, and also samples. Thanks for watching. Stay industrial. Ciao.